Krisp is a food manufacturing company specializing in batters and breadings. In addition to our original batter mix, we have cracker meal, we have developed corn dog mix, a hush puppy mix, and lately a donut mix.
We don't use anything genetically modified. We refuse to buy that kind of thing. We pay more expensive for it and it's harder to get, and you have to be on a timeline. And certain farms will do that. And we make sure we buy from that stuff because we don't want anything, we don't want that in our product at all. The batter mix are a big seller. We have a special chicken recipe that's real popular. And we have a lemon pepper, they're our top three sellers. And we have about 20 other products, onion rings, hush puppies. We have a basic 7 to 8 delivery time because we do not keep a tremendous amount of inventory on our products. We get it in, we make it our product, we get it out the door. We don't have stuff sitting on the shelves for months and years and things like that waiting for them to be used. That's our key to our product. Everything's fresh, no GMOs, no artificial flavorings and colorings. It's all good, fresh, good quality food that you'd be proud to put on your table. There's a flavoring that you put in the food that you think is making the food taste better. Really all it is a chemical that they put in there that makes the flavor come out. It's really just an artificial flavoring. The food's not tasting any better. You think it's tasting better. It stimulates your taste buds. But I question having that kind of chemicals in your body.
Mr. Peterson, who worked for Drake's Batter Mix Company, who was founded in 1938, worked for 12 years with him as their top salesman. And when he was approaching local Jackson restaurants, one of the chefs says, "You have a very good batter mix." A little while later, the boss suggested that he cut back from commissions to straight salary. He didn't like that. So he was thinking about going to business for himself. Then he watched what was going on in the factory and the production part of it. And one evening when playing cards with his sister and her girlfriend, her husband, announced that he's going to start up and that he bet you girls wouldn't go back to work even though the children are raised. And he says, "Oh, and we'll bet you $5, if you do." Girls took him up on their bet, took home the $5 and began at 50 cents an hour. He started it in his own garage because this was before zoning and what have you. And up until May of this year, we actually worked in the facility there. He expanded. My father did several expansions. It was all ground level at first, just a shed kind of storage shed between the house and the garage. It wasn't until 1971 I was initially acquainted with the investment on my father's part. I have a few investors that helped expand the facility because at that time they were producing packaging by hand, but they were packaging a tremendous amount. They would send out train carloads of batter mix to the east and to the south. Boston, New Orleans, but in the summer that product would go buggy. So there was a lot of return, so to speak, or lost, damaged goods. And then it was later on, after I had spent 2 years in the service, 7 years in the seminary, and came back in '71 when they indicated my heart wasn't in the priesthood, that I began to work and learn the trade from my father. I did delivery, I did pickups, worked production.
Richard's a great guy. He's a great guy to work for. He through a mutual friend, contacted me about 2 years ago to come over and talk to him. By the end of the meeting, they offered me the job of coordinator and run the place. And he's a great guy to work for. It's a good, excellent facility. Anybody who works here just loves it. And we try to do a good job, be fair to our employees. We employ about 17 employees. We're on Spring Arbor Road since they started the company, and went through several renovations. It used to be just an old house, and they built a shed on the back, and then they had to raise the house, and then they had to keep adding on to the factory. because production kept increasing. We moved here 5 months ago because we just ran out of room, ran out of production. We have a problem supplying our current suppliers. We're growing so fast that we had to move to another operation. And we also, the new FDA regulations, that we had to increase everything. Size, cleanliness, and all that kind of thing. Not that it wasn't bad before, but the new regulations coming out of white, which were needed, we had to get in that game. We've dumped raw number right around 3 million plus into this facility so far, and we'll continue to go probably another $500,000 here within the next year, increasing our production, increasing our manufacturing capabilities. What we're making here is batter mix, and if you look up on top, that big bag up there is 2,000 pounds, and the white flour is the white bag. And then Tim's adding in the yellow flour and the spices. We run that through a mixer system, and it's vacuumed into stage 2 of our operation. On this operation, we're making special chicken. If you can see the yellow bag up there, that's a 2,000 pound bag of yellow flour. And Josh is over here adding the salt and all the spices that we do in pre-blends and puts them in this system. Then it goes to our mixing room. This is our explosion-proof room. When the first operation, they take the product, bring it over and shoot over here in an auger system. It goes into these mixers, and they run in there for a certain period of time for a certain recipe. Then they take it over here, and then they blow it into these cone-like systems, and that sends the system over to our production line. This is an explosion-proof room, and all the air in here is changed every 17 minutes. We can't have any kind of live electricity in here because it will explode. This is our production room. From room number 2, our mixing room, you can see the augers coming through the wall. We have 3 lines here. The one on the far left, that's our 50-pound bag line, where we make 50-pound bags of product. They're over here on the skid. This line right here, we make our 5-pound line, anything in a 5-pound bag, in a 10-5 or a 6-5 box. And then this line way over here is our 14-ounce line, where we make all our 14 and stuff retail for our grocery stores. This is our automatic 5-pound bag system. You see the bags coming off here. We buy it in a film. The bag is formed, comes down here, and then this is a sophisticated computer system which puts in 5 pounds in this bag. You take it up here, put it on the scale, hit the button, it takes a reading, and then it adjusts that reading to all the augers and all the systems throughout the entire program, and it readjusts that bag to make sure it stays 5 pounds. Then everything goes through here, a new FDA regulation. This is a metal detector. Any kind of metal, a foreign object or anything in here will register here in an automatic kick-out system where we'll put it on the floor. We test this entire system once a day. This is the shipping area of Krisp. This is where they get all the products ready to be shipped out. Here's the yellow bags right here, the corn flours. We get in a semi-load about once a week. The white flour over here to the left of that, we get in a semi-load about every 3 days in those 2,000-pound bags. These guys are preparing orders for today's shipments. And if you take a scan through here, you can see all the product we're getting ready for the day. We'll turn over quite a bit of this warehouse every day. We even have 2 semis out here where we fill them up. We have a Dayton and FedEx we deal with right now. Dayton, we keep that truck just about full, and they come in here and pick it up every time they know it gets to a certain point. They're coming in here and get it right out of here because they know we got more product coming along. The entire factory, every 17 minutes, the air is changed, ran through a filtering system to try to keep it as clean as we can. We will still have dust in the air. It looks like it snows in here all the time. What we do is bag it up in 50-pound bags, and we have a local farmer that comes by once a week, and he gives it to pigs and goats and that kind of thing. So we recycle everything.
Oh, my wife likes the batter mix, the original. That's what I generally do now in addition to office, is to try to develop products or match other products that people like, to get it in an economical way, and usually we're able to produce that at a competitive price. Anyone can prepare the batter mix at home, so to speak.
Richard really designs the recipes and instructions, even for the a rookie like myself, or a professional chef. We went from a 10-ounce to a 12-ounce box. It looks a lot better. It looks more attractive on the shelf. You can purchase our products at Polly's, Myers, Spartan Nash stores, and a lot of little small grocery stores. Well, what we've done is started a very aggressive campaign. We're only in the few states that are Michigan, Ohio, Illinois, Wisconsin, Minnesota. We hired a consultant to come in here, and we're going to take it step by step, going one state at a time, keep expanding our business. Right now we're going to head south, right down into Florida, and then start moving across the United States. Rich is a good Christian man, does a lot for the community, supports a lot of causes around town, Jackson High to Catholic Charities to St. Vincent de Paul to Knights of Columbus, all that kind of thing. He's constantly supporting local communities and events.
With this new facility, we're able to expand a little bit more. If we should grow substantially, that will be for the future to decide.
We got a great team. We're developing a great team. With all the new technology, rather in the old facility, we had people running stitchers and sewing machines and that kind of thing. Over here, we're running computers and state-of-the-art equipment. I mean, truly state-of-the-art. We're helping the designers design the equipment. They're in and out of here having us test new products because we're on the cutting edge of all this kind of manufacturing process.